It's a Monday. It's the last day of the month. Let's make some money.
Well, you went live quicker than usual, huh?
No.
Sure?
I'm sure it's okay, Mike. Here,
Okay.
let's solo you for a while here.
Sure. Solo me. So low
There
you
you
can't
go.
hear me.
Tell us something, Mike. Who are we?
We are Bob and Mike from OddsJam, also known as the Sports Nuts a little bit. You can follow us on Twitter, but more importantly, let's get down to business. Get on oddsjam.com, start a free trial, get yourself a one-on-one tutorial, and learn how to use these tools to make some money and become a profitable sports bettor. Simple as that.
All right,
Simple as that. A one-on-one tutorial on how to use these tools to make money. Simple.
We may start off the show every night like that now.
I mean, we need to, man. I mean, it's all
Solo
about
you.
OddsJam. It's
Solo
all about
you.
OddsJam with us, man. We're OddsJam people. This is how we make our money. We use all the tools that they have. Now, I will say I don't do a ton of arbitrage betting. I admit that. So be it. That's just me. I prefer positive EV betting all the time. It's the best way to go for me, and I'm super profitable. And I just would rather stick with that. I mean, maybe once in a while hit an arb here and there, but you know.
Tristan is here. What's up? So, Mike, I have a suggestion. Hello, Dre. What's up, Andre? I got a suggestion.
Tristan's in the building.
Yes, I got him right here. Here's my suggestion.
And what up, Dre?
Why don't we do a nerfy yerfy parlay tonight?
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'm fine.
You're
with
okay
that.
with it? Okay.
I'm fine with that.
All right, let's do it. Because I got to be honest with you. I have no idea where I'm going with this right now. Because I don't know what to pick or anything like that.
I have an idea what we can roll with, but you know.
Well, it's you.
It's going to be my parlay. Okay.
No, that's you saying that you know what to roll with. I'm telling you, I don't know what to roll with, and I'm going to fly by the seat of my pants here is what I'm saying.
Yeah, Andre, decent move there. Should help them. I mean, that Diamondbacks bullpen, one of the highest ERAs in all of baseball, definitely a problem for them. So good for them to try to address that. That's what they need to compete in the playoffs. That's the one reason that I didn't want to pencil them in as a team that I think could come out of the National League, was because of the bullpen. We will see what happens, and maybe they can get that right by the time the playoffs come. That does happen. All of a sudden, a team that doesn't have a great bullpen, they get some pieces like that here and there. Come playoff time, they get them all in the right places. They're locked in. We know their starting pitching is going to be a big problem.
Jordan Hicks went to Toronto, Tristan.
Toronto, good. I mean, if Jordan Hicks can get right, and I mean, he could be electric, no doubt.
But here's the deal. Max Scherzer went to the Texas Rangers. Jordan Montgomery went to the Texas Rangers. Rangers loaded up. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. Do you now know who has the highest ERA of the starters on Texas? Max Scherzer.
Scherzer. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Great moves by Texas. It really is.
Yeah.
Great moves by Texas. Great moves by Texas. I can now officially say Texas is a team that I think has a very good chance in that American League. Do I think they're coming out? Not necessarily, but I do think they've got a really good chance now more than I did prior to those moves. I think those two moves did a lot for your starting pitching, which has already been improved and been better. But now I really like the depth in that rotation.
Now, let me ask you a question here. Are you ready for some football? Because guess what? Thursday, Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
Jets and Browns. Aaron Rodgers already mouthing off about protect. He's defending his coach. Is Hackett? Hackett went to the Jets as is he an offensive coordinator or a quarterbacks coach? I'm not really sure.
He is the he's the coordinator, Bob.
Okay.
I think he was the quarterbacks coach before. No,
he was Denver's coach.
Yeah, he was at Denver. Yeah,
right. That's why Rodgers. Don't you know Sean Payton mouthed off about Hackett being a terrible coach, and Rodgers came to his defense, basically told Sean Payton to shut the heck up.
Yeah, keep my coach's name out of your mouth.
Right, exactly. Mets being sellers is hilarious on paper. Yeah. Paper does not win games. You're absolutely right. Chubb, baby. Yeah, he's going to. By the way, they got rid of Kareem Hunt. They're going to ride Chubb all the way. They're sending Mark Conha to the Brewers. No kidding.
I'll be.
Wow. Interesting stuff here. Wow.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
And supposedly Verlander's wanting out now too. So that team is just falling apart right in front of our eyes. Amazing. All right. Let's do a Nerfy parlay. All right.
Okay.
Nerfy parlay. Now here's the deal. How many legs do you want this to be? Because I got a 25% if it's 4 legs profit boost in BetMGM that I'd love to use. Now, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go through games here. And you're going to tell me yay or nay, meaning Nerfy or Yerfy. Yankees and the Rays. We got a different pitcher pitching for the Yankees tonight. Germán was scratched. So here's my question. Nerfy or Yerfy?
Bob, with Glasnow on the mound, I definitely like looking at that for a Nerfy.
Okay. I'm just going to put it in here as a Nerfy right now. We can change. I'm just putting it in here. We're going down game by game here. Mike, Brewers Nationals, Nerfy or Yerfy?
Brewers Nationals? Again, we're not adding every one of these to a parlay, are we?
No, but I'm just going to add them. We'll delete as we go along here.
Yeah, I mean, you got Burns and Irwin on the mound. I would definitely look towards a Nerfy here with the Brewers and Nationals.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to put them in here and see what you want to go with. All right. Orioles, Blue Jays, Yerfy or Nerfy? Gibson and Bassett.
Yeah, Gibson worries me. That's again, that one worries me a little bit.
A Yerfy?
No, I don't know that I would want to go with a Yerfy though necessarily. I would have to lead towards a Nerfy here.
Okay, all right. I love this, man. It's all on you. Angels, Braves, Yerfy or Nerfy?
Angels, yeah.
This is a heavy Nerfy.
Heavy Nerfy?
As far as the odds are concerned, it is. -135.
Favored Nerfy.
Yeah, very favored.
I mean, but you got an Atlanta team who's heavy on scoring in the first inning. I think they could be the ones to do this. The Angels. So I would lean towards a Yerfy there, but I don't like it, to be honest.
Okay, turns a Yerfy. Cleveland and Houston. Yerfy or Nerfy?
Yeah, Syndergaard and France on the mound. I would probably lean towards a Yerfy here. I got to be honest.
Okay.
But again, don't really like this game.
Okay.
I can tell you that's getting deleted.
All right. Padres and Rockies. Nerfy or Yerfy?
Yeah, I mean you gotta roll with a Yerfy here. In Colorado, you got Lugo and Gomber on the mound.
I think that's enough. You don't feel anything in Boston, Seattle, Arizona, San Fran, do you?
No, not really.
Okay. So let's review. Rays, Yankees, Nerfy. You want to keep it or not?
Rays, Yankees, we will keep.
Brewers, Nationals. Keep or get rid of?
We will keep.
Orioles, Blue Jays. Nerfy. Keep it or get rid of it?
We will keep it.
Okay. Angels, Braves. Yerfy. Keep it or get rid of it?
We're getting rid.
Guardians, Astros. Keeping it or getting rid of it?
We're getting rid of it.
All right. Padres, Rockies. Yerfy. Keeping it or getting rid of it?
Boy, as a guy who loves Nerfies, I would tend to want to say we would keep the Yerfy here.
Okay.
Is that the last one though?
That's the last one.
You know, I'm fine with just doing the 3 Nerfies and rolling with that.
But I want that fourth leg, Mike, with a 25% bonus.
All right, take it. That's fine.
All right.
That's fine.
Let's add it. Nerfies and Yerfies added to the parlay. All right. So I can stop sharing. You can take over the positive EV page. And let me grab a couple comments here real quick. Verlander, he's probably going to get. Where does he go? Do the Angels try to get him? What about Baltimore?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. I would like to think Baltimore would be a spot, but you know, what about Atlanta? Look at a team like Atlanta.
Seriously?
Yeah, why not?
Wow. I didn't even think about that one. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Atlanta, and if I'm Atlanta, I'm looking at what some of these other teams are doing, and I'm going to try to bolster my starting pitching, which is already good, but adding Verlander would be huge.
Oh gosh,
could be a big one.
Absolutely.
So I'm looking at Atlanta and I'm looking at Baltimore.
Okay. All right.
So let's share the screen and let's see what's out here on the positive EV page.
All right.
Let's refresh. Let me get my main filter turned on here. All right. Arias over half a hit tonight, minus 135 on FanDuel. Like it. We're getting minus 135. It's clearly favored on every book, but the average odds come out to minus 165. We're able to get that minus 135. We can't bet any better than the minus 165 on BetMGM or PointsBet or Barstool. So you got minus 178 on Caesars, minus 170 on DraftKings. Fliff is at minus 175 right now. I do like a quarter of a unit on a player hit. I will take that on FanDuel. Tatis Jr. over 1.5 hits. I love it. Plus 100. We're already on FanDuel hitting. So let's roll with that. Gomber on the mound. You got plus 100 on FanDuel, favored on every single book practically. So we take a look at that, and we got to think, wow, we're getting plus odds on a play that is favored on pretty well every single sports book that I can bet on, at least right now. I am not using Hot Streak. It does look like they have the under favored, but Fliff, Bet Rivers pretty close in price on it. DraftKings, Caesars, BetMGM. We go over here, PointsBet, Barstool. They're all favoring the over, but we're getting plus 100 on it. So we are going to hit that for a quarter of a unit as well, Bob.
Okay.
And that's a fantastic bet.
Fantastico.
How about Azarenka, Bob?
Who?
Minus 105 on the money line. Some women's tennis. Is Andre in the building still? We're getting her at minus 105 on FanDuel. Favored on every book. Looking across the board here, you can see that it's in the minus 120 to minus 130 range. Average odds minus 122, including, taking into account that minus 105 we're getting on FanDuel, which if we compare to the minus 121, which is the best place I could get this other than FanDuel, it's a big difference. I'll take that minus 105 all day. So I'm going to hit this.
Okay. You are sent. It's sent to you, man.
Cool. And we stayed on one book. Remember we had somebody wanting a FanDuel parlay the other day? Well, today would have been the day. Lots of value on FanDuel right now. Here last minute. If you're looking to get some bets in. And
No, yes.
I am.
Cool. All right. Three Nerfies and a Yerfie.
Okay.
So that's ready to go. He said that's a good play, low market width as well on that tennis play. So cool. And FanDuel's lines are so juicy recently.
Yeah, I'm seeing that right now. I'm wondering here, seeing a lot of FanDuel plays right now. Lately, a couple weeks ago, if I don't know how often I was betting on FanDuel. I know FanDuel's always good for player hits, player bases. There's a lot of action on that, but looking over my betting history, I've not been betting as much on FanDuel recently. Whereas today, I'm looking. There's already just tons of value.
Did you post that already?
No.
$50.
Okay.
$50. All right. I'm going to share my screen. I want to point out something to y'all because I'm a dummy. All right. I'm just going to tell you this right now. We went with the top 5 plays on Friday for Flex Friday. And I kept on wondering because it didn't win. And I kept wondering, where is my $20 site credit? Well, guess what? I didn't get it. You know why? I'm going to show you why right now.
Nice. I like being
four of these 5 picks were on Friday. But this one here was for Saturday.
Oh, that was $50, wasn't it, Bob?
Yes.
Better delete that tweet.
Guess what?
What?
It didn't count because that leg there was for Saturday. They've all got to be on Friday.
Yeah.
Folks. I didn't know that.
Should have known
I didn't read the fine print. Whatever you do when you're betting, folks, make sure you read the fine print, okay? Don't be a dummy like me.
Yeah.
Okay?
Don't do that.
Don't be a dummy like Bob. That's all I can tell you. Now, we've got a lot of plays here for price picks that are, looks like the League's Cup. Very interesting lines here, and I'm going to just start playing them. It looks like North America, and where do they have that at? They've got it right here. And we've got tackles. And we've got Brian Angalo.
Okay.
And it looks like over 2 tackles. And Micah, tackles in soccer is a lot different. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware of that. Come
Making
on.
sure you know that. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Passes attempted. I think this is an interesting stat here. Let's see. We've got
A lot of passing in soccer, Bob.
That's right.
So why would I mean this is a great play then?
Under 46.5.
Okay, well this guy he don't need to pass.
Remy Walter over 49.
You know how it is, Bob. Unders are just except Nerfies. I love Nerfies. That's weird. I don't like unders, but I like Nerfies. But hey, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But
Remy Walter is a passer now, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah, we need him to pass.
Frederico Manchuelo.
Don't need them. Don't need him passing, do we? Is that an under?
That is an under. Federico, not Frederico. Come on, Bob. That is under. So this is going to be an all.
Soccer.
Oh man, it was almost an all soccer 5 pick, but I don't have 5 soccer picks here up here in the top.
Okay, go up.
I'm going up.
What was that strikeouts one?
That was Noah Syndergaard under 3 strikeouts.
Okay. There's a couple above that, so let's look at what we got up above that.
We've got pitches thrown, Corbin Burns over 95.5.
I would take that. I would take that. I would take that. I would take that.
Over 95.5. Let's put our 5 on this. And we're going to do the Jabari and Alex strategy here. We're going to reuse the players, go back up the bottom 3. We're going to delete, and we're going to do a 2-pick power play. And there you go. I got a lot of stuff out here. So we've got this 2-pick, which is the top 2 picks in our 5-pick. Angalo over on tacos. Angulo, I'm sorry. Amundsen under on passes. Remy Walter, he's a passer deluxe, over on passes. Manchuela under on passes, and Corbin Burns over on pitches thrown. So there is a little prize picks for y'all using the fantasy optimizer. We put a Yerfy parlay together for y'all that you can win $50 if you follow me and Mike on Twitter, subscribe to the YouTube channel, subscribe to OddsJam, and retweet and like.
Oh, and I will say this, because it's happened a couple of times. They subscribe to the OddsJam main YouTube channel, and that's fine too. That's fine. Try to subscribe to both. But if for whatever reason you just subscribe to the OddsJam main YouTube page, then so be it. We're fine with that, obviously. So
there you go.
That's fine too. I wasn't able to fit that into the tweet, so I just have the link to our YouTube channel. But people have posted a screenshot of the main OddsJam YouTube channel and said, hey, I'm subscribed. Okay, that's cool. Subscribe to us too if you would, but you are subscribed to OddsJam, the main YouTube channel, and that is that's fantastic. So don't worry.
Shohei Ohtani, NL or AL Player of the Week. Pete Alonso, NL Player of the Week. Just thought I'd pass that along to you there. The Rays got Savale from the Guardians, Mike.
Yeah.
That's an interesting trade.
Well, then maybe that eliminates Justin Verlander going there then.
Very well could be.
That's an arm they need.
Very well
they
could
got
be.
their arm. Maybe that's the route they went. So maybe forget about
shocked.
Atlanta.
I'm shocked that the Orioles are looking at Dylan Carlson. I'm just shocked with that. But they've got outfielders hurt.
Yeah, and they've got pitch. They've got pitching. They've got a good offense. So I'm thinking that their thought process is we'll take him more for defensive purposes right now. Whatever he gives us offensively will just be extra at this point. And if he gets hot, then they're fine with that.
Isn't Santander? Isn't he one of the outfielders? They're talking about him possibly, when they're healthy, moving him to DH and Carlson playing every day,
right,
somewhere in the outfield.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, Anthony Santander. Yeah, that would make sense because Carlson is a decent defensive outfielder. I mean, he's actually really good. I mean, he's good. He's good.
Yeah.
He is when he's healthy and he's right. He's a good outfielder.
Yankees are interested in him too. So, if you
that's a place for him to hit. Now.
Yeah.
So
yeah. You saw what happened with Matt Carpenter last year.
I mean that's good for him in terms of offensive numbers.
And there's a possibility of doing a Flaherty and him together, Carlson together, package, and get more out of it. We'll see what happens when you're trying to what, Mike, is really funny. You remember when it used to be, hey, man, just get pitchers that throw sinkers and get ground balls. Defense will take care of it. Now, all of a sudden, they're wanting to strike out everybody. The pitching philosophy has changed in baseball. It's kind of weird because it helped you win championships in the 2000s. In the 2010s, but I guess now you can't unless you could strike out a bunch of guys. I don't know. Swing and miss stuff is what they're looking for.
Well, as we know, bullpens become a huge factor in the playoffs. So, that these guys now, they want guys that are going to come in and strike guys out. They don't want a lot of balls in play because I guess they feel there's a chance that the guy gets a hit or hits one out. So,
if you don't want to walk guys, throw your fastball.
But that's the downside of that approach. Now you're wanting to strike guys out. Well, if these guys who don't have a ton of control with their stuff, they already may not know where it's going. Now what happens? Well, now you're walking guys more often, which is just as bad as giving up a hit. Not as bad as a home run, but a ball on the ground, usually – if it's, a ball hit on the ground, it's not smoked on the ground. Usually it's a single, unless it for some reason gets to a corner somewhere. Maybe it's a double, but that's just as bad as a walk. It puts a guy on first base. So, I mean, to me, at the end of the day, it don't matter how you do it. I mean, it's pretty well the same.
You're absolutely right, Andre Singer. That's back in the 90s. Yeah.
Pitches nowadays.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could tell you about before that, but we won't get into it because Mike hates it when I go there.
Well, yeah, you're talking about the days where the guy's arm would be hanging off and they'd still throw.
And you know what they did? They went and put it in ice after the game. In a tub of ice.
Well, they still do that now.
Guess what? They pitched the next game and then completed that game in less than 2 hours. You know why? Because they threw strikes. They mess around.
Hey, the control. I mean, guys in the older days did have better control. That's a fact.
But
these guys throw harder. No two ways about it. And there's a lot of movement on some of these guys. Faster.
I agree. But the thing is that they go and they try to trick guys with these breaking balls outside, like the guy's going to fall for it.
But here's what happened, Bob. They went, when you got a guy 0-2, now we've got a couple of pitches to waste and we want to get him to chase, Well, back in them days, your thought process was, I've got 2 strikes, 3 strikes and you're out. I'm going to throw you strike 3. I'm not throwing you 2 balls in a row trying to get you to chase. I'm throwing you strike 3, and you're either going to miss it or if you put it in play, we're going to get an out. And if for some reason they get a double, triple, single, home run, whatever, but we're throwing you strike 3 and it's going to be up to you to hit it. Well, guys only get a hit. If a guy gets a hit 3 out of every 10 at bats, that's really good. So chances are, if you throw strikes, they're not going to bat 1,000, Now,
you know why that is, Mike?
Why?
Because, and I'm just going to say this, and you're going to go, here he goes again. But, Bob Gibson against Hank Aaron against Willie Mays, Hank Aaron barely batted over 200 against Gibson in his career. And Willie Mays batted under 200. So you know what?
Well, yeah.
He got him. Because
throw him strikes.
Yeah, throw strikes.
Throw him strikes. And I mean, yes, I agree with that 100%. It drives me nuts to see it. And especially when it's like, okay, this guy just threw him 2 balls in a row to chase, and then he can't find the plate again and walks him. It's like, dude, you had him 0-2.
I know.
I agree with that philosophy. You got 2 strikes on him. Okay, maybe you waste 1 pitch, or something. Right. But at some point, you got to just throw strike 3 or put it close to the plate somewhere where he swings and he misses it, or he puts it in play and we get an out.
You're an old school baseball guy, Mike, and you didn't.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I am with that. I really am, Bob. I agree with that 100%, man. I do. I'm old school baseball with that. Yes.
Tristan, Gibson was elite speed, movement. He had everything. Wow, Tristan. Boy, that you get brownie points for that one.
Well, Andre says Nolan Ryan had 200+ pitch game one time.
I don't remember that ever. I you know what? Maybe.
With him, it's very very, very possible. Wouldn't surprise me.
I don't remember.
In those days, them guys would go extra innings and still be pitching. But yeah, I'm with that.
Yes.
I mean, throw strikes.
In 1974, he threw 235 pitches in a game against the Red Sox.
Wow.
He started another game 3 days later, Mike, and pitched 6 scoreless innings. In that game that he pitched 235 pitches, it went 13 innings. He struck out 19 and he walked 10 and got a no decision. Wow.
Unreal. Yeah, I mean, that's unreal. I mean, but again, those guys had they had control with their balls, and that because that's what made them so good back then. You didn't need to throw 102.
You're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Mike. 100%. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. All right, folks, that does it for last minute betting. We're crazy here. I don't know about you, but I'm crazy today. I need to win some money, dude.
Here's how we're going to end the show. Okay. Solo me real quick.
Okay. I'm soloing you?
Yeah, just real quick. If you happen to stumble across this video, this live stream, and you've made it this far, do yourself a favor. Go to oddsjam.com, start a 7-day free trial, and get a one-on-one consultation with an expert on how you can use the tools on oddsjam.com to become a profitable sports bettor.
Let's go. Let's